Hello everyone, welcome to Anime and Manga Nation of OW. Sorry for being late, but finally the season 2 of the 7 Deadly Sins anime is here. I am too hyped to talk about the first episode, which is titled Revival of the Demon Clan. So let's with the opening song first. The song sounds quite good and I am already liking it. The animation on the opening song just looks too awesome. Now let's get into the episode. You guys remember the ending of Season 1 where Elizabeth and the Sins left the kingdom for a new adventure? Apparently it's just a dream and Elizabeth wakes up in a sad mood because she sees some shadowy figures attacking her and fighting with Meliodas. When she talks about this with her father King Baltra and how she thinks it's just a dream. There we get a scene where the king wonders, is it really a dream? So it's clearly hinting that it's not some mere dream and there's some deep meaning hidden in it. Then we cut to the Boar Hat Bar where Elizabeth invites the Sins for an award ceremony held for them due to their help. We get to see the Sins for the first time in this season. They all look cool, and what can I say about Merlin? She is love, she is life. Then we see all of them having dinner at the bar and we see Bran wants to talk with Meliodas in private. We see both of them outside and then Bran says he wants to leave the 7 deadly sins but he doesn't say why. Meliodas falls silent after hearing this. At dawn we see Bran leaving and King in front him. King says, I overheard you and Captain yesterday. He also says, I vaguely know what happened between you and Elaine and I appreciate that you care for her so much, but she is dead and the Fairy King's forest that she used to protect was destroyed, so where are you going? Bran says to the Fairy King's forest and we see King's shocked expression. So if you guys are wondering what's up with the Fairy King's forest or Elaine, then go watch the OVA about Bran. And one thing I forgot to mention is that we can see some sort of helmet on King's back, which I think might play a role later on. Then we cut to the ceremony, where King Baltra asks the Sins and Hawk to step forward and receive the awards. Meliodas objects because he heard some murmurings from the crowd as to why they're getting awarded. So Meliodas says if anyone has anything to say then come forward. 3 dudes appears who are assistants of a great holy knight Denzel and they want to test the Sins. One of them, who seems to be a musclehead, steps forward to fight Meliodas. Hawk says you can fight Meliodas because Hawk thinks he is stronger than Meliodas. Apparently he can see others' power levels due to the evil eye earring that Merlin gave him. Power levels are divided into 3 parts: magic, strength, and spirit. Power levels can vary depending on the situation and condition. We get to see the power levels of the Sins present in the ceremony. Meliodas is around 3,800, Dane's at 3,200, Gowder's at 3,100 and Merlin's at 4,700. Don't take it as their max power though, because they can vary depending on the circumstances. Meliodas easily defeats the musclehead dude and says you should go back to being apprentice because you lack the heart to be a holy knight. Thu apologizes and leaves. Elizabeth asks what to do with the medals of Bran and King since they aren't here. Meliodas says keep them safe because they left, and we get to see that the same thing happened in Elizabeth's dream. So it seems all the things that she saw in her dream might actually happen. Then we get a flashback where King Balda is talking to the Sins about a prophecy. Apparently he saw some huge danger approaching Camelot in the form of 10 individual figures. Then we cut back to the present where we see the Sins bump into Hauser's group while on their way back to home. They're still confused about the whole Dreyfus thing. So Merlin tells them to look for an answer that would make sense. Then we see Hendrickson performing some sort of ritual to open a seal. It causes a massive earthquake and Meliodas seems to what caused it because he says it's them with an angry expression. Then we see Dreyfus saving Hendrickson, who almost died after the ritual. Dreyfus says you were useful, so go wherever you want now. Hendrickson feels some massive presence behind him and we see 10 very interesting looking characters appearing from the seal. Dreyfus says it's been 3,000 years my brethrens, and that's the episode. What a great cliffhanger to end the first episode of this season. A really solid episode to start the second season, and I am giving this one a 9 out of 10 just because a bit of a weird pacing. Other than that, it was a great episode and I really enjoyed it. So if you liked anything I said then drop a like. Dislike it if you didn't. Leave your thoughts on the comments below and please be sure to subscribe, it means a lot to me. You can also follow me on Twitter or check out my Facebook page, links will be given in the description below. Until next time, see you all. I do not own or claim anything used in this video.